All right, so I wanted to talk a little bit about the four fundamental forces. All forces could be put into one of these four. And it's interesting to note, and hopefully you read this, it's only one page in the textbook on page 121. But I just wanted to indicate something in case maybe you didn't notice. All right, so how these are written in the table. Oh, I was going to say from strongest to weakest, weakest to strongest, but it's not because they're not quite in order, but that's okay. So what's important to notice is, first of all, these relative strengths. These three are much, much stronger than the gravitational force. And scientists aren't really sure why there's this difference. And Einstein, he died trying to prove, trying to get some theory called the unified theory to prove one idea can explain all of these three, or one theory can explain all four of these forces. But he wasn't able to do that. And people are still working on that, called the unified theory. So the other thing that's important to notice is the range. So gravitational forces are weak, but they can act over infinite ranges. And so can electromagnetic. But strong and weak cannot, because we're talking about intermolecular forces. So when we're talking about strong, we are talking about inside the nucleus, and weak nuclear is what keeps, molecules together like H2O, like water. All right. Now, what's interesting about these three forces is these can both attract and repel. If you think about magnets, you flip the poles, a north and a north repels, but a north and a south attract. But the thing with gravitational, it only attracts, only. There is no repelling. All right, so that one is different from the pack in two ways. It only attracts, but its strength is fairly weak. Now, one idea is that because we have different possible universes, they think that maybe this permeates through all of them, but it's just an idea. I'm not sure how valid it is, but that's just a little short note, and you should have a chart like this, and you should also describe what each of these four forces are as well. All right, I didn't have room here, but you can do that on your own, and if you're not quite sure, you can ask me.